Imagine a stage where beauty meets purpose, where young women aren't just competing for a crown, but battling the toughest challenges facing South Africa's youth, from joblessness to mental health struggles. That's the electrifying essence of Miss South Africa 2025, and it's got everyone buzzing with anticipation as the grand finale approaches on October 25th at SunBet Arena. But here's where it gets controversial. In a world full of social media influencers and quick change campaigns, can a beauty pageant truly spark lasting change? Or is it just glitz overshadowing the grind? Stick around, because we're diving deep into the top 9 finalists who are proving that empowerment isn't just a buzzword, it's their mission. And this is the part most people miss. Each one is channeling real passion into causes that could reshape futures, inviting us all to question if we're doing enough to support our young leaders. This year's competition heralds a fresh chapter of bravery, innovation, and true leadership, guided by a powerhouse judging panel. Dr. Tamryn Green Nxumalo, Nadavi Nokeri, Cindy Malangu, Heidi Jokos, and Thebe Ekalafeng. These judges aren't just there for show. They represent authentic impact, bringing expertise from fields like healthcare, entertainment, and social entrepreneurship to evaluate the contestants on more than just looks. What sets this edition apart is the Empower Youth Africa initiative, where every finalist spearheads efforts to address pressing issues like youth unemployment, educational gaps, and overall well-being. It's a nod to Miss South Africa's core goal, turning pageant platforms into catalysts for genuine societal transformation. For instance, imagine a young person gaining skills that lead to a stable job, or a child discovering a love for reading that unlocks their potential. That's the ripple effect these women aim to create. Originally a top 10, the lineup is now 9 vibrant contenders after Lebohang Msimanga from KwaZulu-Natal sadly stepped out. These finalists are in the final throes of prep for an evening that could captivate millions tuning in on Zanele Magic. At a lively press conference, they opened up about why voters should rally behind them, spotlighting personal stories and targeted initiatives to tackle the hurdles young South Africans face every day. Take Zanele Phakathi, a dynamic 27-year-old from Soweto, Gauteng. She's all about career counseling to combat the crippling unemployment crisis. Our youth are often clueless about endless possibilities, she explains, and I want to shine a light on paths they never imagined. As the brains behind ZA Powerhouse, Zanele has already inspired over 500,000 high school kids by introducing them to STEM fields like coding. Picture this, a teen who starts with a simple app-building workshop and ends up launching their own tech startup. That's the kind of real-world magic she's advocating for. Then there's Qhawekazi Mazaleni, a compassionate 24-year-old from the Eastern Cape, balancing her roles as a speech therapist and master's student specializing in autism. Her fight is against childhood illiteracy, a silent epidemic where 81% of fourth graders struggle with reading comprehension. It starts with connecting kids to stories in their home languages, she says, drawing from her own experience of self-publishing a book to bridge that gap. For beginners wondering why this matters, think of literacy as the foundation for everything: critical thinking, empathy, and even future job success. Qhawekazi's vision includes workshops for teachers, parents, and aspiring young authors, turning barriers into bridges for the next generation. Nthabiseng Kgasi, a seasoned 30-year-old, also from Soweto, zeroes in on digital literacy as the key to unlocking job markets. In our tech-driven world, she argues, knowing how to navigate online tools isn't a nice-to-have. It's essential for remote work, entrepreneurship, and economic survival. Examples abound, from freelancers landing gigs on global platforms to small business owners using apps to scale their operations. Without this skill, Nthabiseng warns, our youth are sidelined in the digital economy. Nellie Mashili, a dedicated 28-year-old doctor from Davyton, Gauteng, draws strength from her upbringing by domestic workers. She pushes for education and authenticity, aiming to rewrite South Africa's tough narratives into tales of hope. Her relatable approach could inspire young people to chase dreams without the weight of stereotypes. Luyanda Zuma, talented 23-year-old actress and model, focuses on empowering the boy child through storytelling. By launching film programs for street-savvy youth, especially young men, she wants to channel raw talent into careers. Imagine turning a neighborhood story into a blockbuster, she envisions, ensuring participants walk away with skills and jobs that change lives. Karabo Mareka, a resourceful 27-year-old from Alexandra, emphasizes global exposure via creativity. Without formal tertiary education or funds, she ventured abroad, honing skills that now benefit South Africa. It's a reminder that unconventional paths, like art or travel, can lead to impactful returns, sparking debate. Should we prioritize traditional education over creative hustles in a globalized world? Gazelle Vensky, a principled 27-year-old from Vanderby Park, Gauteng, grew up in educational environments that instilled Ubuntu, community care. As a chartered accountant, she champions financial literacy, a gap in schools where kids learn everything but how to manage money. Think opening a bank account or budgeting for rent, she illustrates. Her mission is to arm youth with these tools for adulthood, perhaps through simple workshops that demystify finances for beginners. Gian Radaman, a focused 23-year-old from Cape Town's northern suburbs in the Western Cape, tackles mental health education to build resilient minds. In an age of social media pressures and stressors, her efforts could equip youth with coping strategies, like mindfulness apps or community groups. Finally, Bridget Jones, a heartfelt 28-year-old from Bridgetown, Athlone in Cape Town, addresses gang violence by creating safe havens through sports and recreation. Having seen too many lives derailed, she believes in leadership rooted in compassion, ensuring young people regain a sense of security and purpose. The grand finale, set for Saturday, October 25th at 7 p.m. at SunBet Arena in Pretoria, will broadcast live on Mzansi Magic with hosts Nomalanga Shozi and Pamela Mtanga adding extra flair. As we cheer these trailblazers, I can't help but wonder, do pageants like this truly elevate voices, or do they sometimes dilute serious issues with spectacle? What do you think? Is this the spark South Africa needs, or are there better ways to empower youth? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's start a conversation.